Previously on Talk That Talk.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I just I just brought it up because I know, like, Dante and some of the guys were asking about wanting to, of course, incorporate their own African American DCI line, and wanted to have some of their guys auditioning for DCIs, and that type of style is different from what a lot of HBCUs are playing. So I mean, it's just based on the conversation that we all were together and we all had during the previous episode. I'm not gonna lie, I was just a little shocked to hear everybody say that because everybody didn't seem to have that same level of appreciation that I'm hearing today.
So Brian, I'm glad you brought that up because even me and Dante, like after the show, we was having a conversation about it, off camera. Everything that you said, fam, I think we agree with what you were saying in regards to. I think one of your comments was nobody wants to send. Well, I'm not going to send my child to a place where they only play 2 and 4. And I feel what you're saying. You know what I'm saying with that. I think the misconception or the misunderstanding that we overall had was some drum lines, fam, are held back due to the band director. It's not the appreciation for the all the students. You see what I'm saying? It's like I know for a fact, like let's be real. It's certain in specific colleges, you're gonna play 2 and 4. Because while they're playing that band song, that's the focus. Like when me and Larry and March, he's my crab brother. Prof Ed was like, drummers is like a set. You're in the pocket. I want 2 and 4. That's it. The only other time that we play like a different groove or anything is when we play all blues or we play giant steps.
Not to cut you off, Quan, but what if we'd have had somebody writing our parts?
And that's a whole different story. You see what I'm saying? Now that's a whole different story. But because we didn't, and it's kind of like we was taught at Prairie View, that's not your fault, but it's your problem. That's literally at the point where we was. Now when Luke and them got that transition with Dr. Zachary, like Larry said, they had somebody writing their parts, and they had, a percussion person that was writing their parts to where the percussion section evolved into they're playing parts of songs. That was different. You see what I'm saying? So we've always had an appreciation for DCI. We have appreciation for reading music and everything. But I think some drum lines are held back due to the director. And I don't think that's everybody's perception on that line. So, and like I said, it's not an apologetic thing, but if you thought that we didn't appreciate drum corps, I apologize for that misconception. But nah, bro, we love drum corps, and I think
I'm a bigger drum corps head than you, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like Rav Hardiman is I call him
our goats.
Yeah,
like Johnny Lane is.
I actually got the opportunity to teach a line his music, and that's how we got close because I was at Stephen F. Austin in Sugarland, and Ralph Hardiman came out there, and he comes out there like two, 3 times to help us out and everything like that. And I was teaching the front ensemble his music, and I was like, "Nah, we need to play something different." And he was standing there, and I looked back, and I was like, "Oh shit!" It's like I told somebody to play Ralph Hardiman stuff different, and he's like, "No, if you see it like that, tell them to play it like that." He was like, "No," he's like, "You got ears too." He was like, everybody, sometimes it takes a different ear to see the progress or to see the success in something that you got to do. And from that point on, that was just a bonding, situation like that. But I've always been, I wanted to march DCI. I just didn't have the money.
Yeah. So one thing I love to do is like whenever I run into Scott Johnson, like he's in Texas all the time, especially during like the Winter Guard, circuit or whatever. But one thing I like to do is I like to pick his brain on, what does he think about, HBCU lines? What do you think about a Prairie View or Texas Southern or A&T or whoever? And like some of the stuff I hear him say, "Oh, I would hate to see those guys in the alley lining up against them," just getting his perspective on pretty much doing the exact same thing that we do to them. So DCI is
ahead,
what's popping. DCI is what's popping down here. It's just we just don't want to listen to it all day.